This is the Despair Prison? Thanks for waiting, human. Who? Oh, we haven't met this one yet. We are the Despair Prison Wardens. Wardens? Well, this is a bit complicated, so I'll let the others explain it to you. Okay. Guess we'll let them have a huddle again. There isn't much time, so hop to it. We look forward to working with you too. Oh, well then, let the Despair pre-trial begin. Well, let's hurry up and talk things through. Firstly, the case had 2 victims. The first victim was Morian Usagi. And the second, Shirakawa Ann. These 2 incidents are connected by one thing. A mysterious clown was behind both of them. Just before things happened, we were sent a video. Moreover, the clown in the video said, "This is my revenge against you guys, right?" Yeah. And from the start, we thought that the culprit was the ghost of Kana, a girl they had bullied into killing herself. However, we found out that Kana hadn't actually killed herself though. Yeah. Speaking of that, turns out that the clown wasn't a ghost but a human after all. Even though that was what we had thought from the start of the investigation. Yeah, we did. But if the clown is a human, then isn't there something off regarding the first incident then? So what's off? Is it about how they vanished in both incidents? How they got from the roof to the courtyard? Or how they used the props from the drama club? It is, how did they get to the courtyard? I think he means how they got around in Usagi's case. Yeah, and how the clown got from the school roof to the courtyard below. It's really surprising. It's like the doppelganger is like a superhero from a manga or something. That kind of movement? How could a human do something like that? Well, that is certainly true. How did the culprit move such a large distance in such a short time? Maybe they jumped off the roof. Ooh, that's a really dynamic theory. But if that was the case, wouldn't they have died? I guess so, yeah. Oh! What is it? Maybe there's something we missed in the first video we saw of the clown. Maybe there's some kind of hidden hint. That's a good idea. Here's the video. So this video was filmed at 6 p.m., right? Yeah, there's no mistaking the time. It was definitely that time, as we were the only students left in the classroom. Yeah, tests had just started. Clubs were already over, so lots of people had already gone home. That was when we were shown the video. It had come from up on the roof. But above the roof, the clown appeared with Usagi down in the courtyard. Yep. From when they were on the roof in the video to when they teleported was about a minute, right? To be able to move so far in so little time is impossible for a human. Yeah. But the doppelganger this time was able to do it. There has to be some sort of trick to it. A trick? Maybe there's a clue in the video? Isn't there something strange? Alright, let's investigate. There has to be a hint to the teleportation trick. There's a hint hidden somewhere in this video, isn't there? And there is a trick. So where is the hint to the teleportation trick in the video? Is it the sky, the ground, or the clock? And it is the ground. Right, I got it. The hint to the trick is the ground. The ground. Look, even though we can see the ground, we can see the soccer club practicing. They really are. But why is this the hint? When we got this video during tests, clubs were already over. Oh, I get it. That's why the soccer club shouldn't have been practicing then. I see. Good to spot that. But what about it? Well, if the clubs were already over, but the soccer club was practicing on the grounds? If we were to think on this point a bit, then the truth behind the trick is... So what is the trick for the clown's fast teleportation? 1. The video was photoshopped. It was filmed before the incident happened, or is filmed many days before the incident happened, which is the right one. And I think the logic is that this was filmed on like the weekend when clubs would be practicing before school, is what I think. But let me know if you agree. This video was filmed a few days before the incident happened, right? So back when we saw the video the first time, the clown and Usagi were not actually on the school roof. No way! Then the video for sure was filmed at the same time, but on a different day in order to trick us? We sure were wrong. Yeah, this is the trick behind the teleportation. I get it now. We never saw the real thing. Yeah? But wasn't Usagi behind them then? I think it was most likely just a mannequin dressed up to look like Usagi. And if we consider this video as evidence, the fact is we don't actually see Usagi's face. I see. The clown is really smart. In other words, we've solved the trick behind the teleportation. Yeah. Well, that's a relief. That the clown was never a ghost. Which means we were wrong about them being Kana's ghost. Yeah. But then we found that note left behind at the scene. I'll take my revenge against all of you. Was written about the bullying done to Kana, right? Well, that's what we thought. That the culprit left that in reference to the bullying done. And so we thought it was Kana's warning. And that was why, when we saw the teleportation trick, that we thought it must have been a ghost. Well, when you put it that way, it makes sense. Then I guess the next problem is finding out who wanted to use the story of Kana being a ghost. And if we consider the people related to the two victims, Mikako, Alice, and Machi, these make 3 people. With this group, even on the outside, it isn't hard to see the toxicity. And with this group, those 2 were the leaders. It really is strange, though. Yeah, that's true. Well then, to start, let's look into each of these 3 people. First with Mikako. The girl with low self-esteem, who always agrees with whatever Anne says. Moreover, it always seems she was always afraid of Usagi and the others. That's true. The next one is Alice. This girl didn't seem to really like even being in the group. And she was ditched in Akiba too. That was really mean. Yeah. And moreover, Anne said that Alice lies to protect herself. Well, to put that as the main cause, is it really that bad? And the last one is Machi. That girl doesn't seem to have any issues towards the group at all. On the day after Usagi's incident, when Anne asked them to hang out, she was quite uncomfortable. Did I get it right? Yeah. So the culprit has to be one of these three people. And we didn't find any other suspicious evidence. And in addition, even when we talked to the culprit, they didn't make any sense. From this point, we can force the doppelganger to the edge with the truth. Yeah. Alright. It looks like you're done chatting. Well then, let's begin the second despair trial. Yeah. Well, that's... what the fuck?